Hi, besties. I'm Madge, very upset. Um, I'm recording this because I was just recording for an hour for a video I was gonna post here, and I got a blue screen of death mid-recording. Like right at the end too. I just finished the recording. I was ready to, close everything. I thought about doing one extra step, so I paused the recording, went ahead and was working on an extra step, and while I was moving windows around with the window shift arrow keys, my whole computer blue screened. The recording got corrupted. I record an MP4, so what happens when you're using MP4? I'm not too knowledgeable on this, but I do know that MP4s at the very end of a recording then get all their like special data added at the end and everything, compression data and all that. So, whenever you have a crash before it's able to do that, you end up with a file that does not have the data it needs to be accessed and work, essentially. Um, if you record an MKV or something like that, you don't have that issue, but MKVs are bigger, I believe. And I didn't want to deal with that, so I just never recorded in that. Um, so no, that file's all gone. There's a couple things I might try later on when it's not 1 a.m. but that sucks. I don't really want to spoil what it is. It was a Radiohead fucking tournament thing. It was pretty cool. I was trying to put together a playlist of my favorite Radiohead songs, and I did. It took me 3 hours to get that playlist put together. That was for a personal thing. I wanted that myself, and then I was like, what if I ranked them? Like, what if I put them in the playlist in order from like most favorite to least favorite? Out of 32 songs, and I was like, this is going to take forever and it's going to be abysmal. So what's a cool way for me to do this? So my cats, I swear my cats ruin every one of these videos. They know exactly when I start recording. And then they just start jumping all over the place. But so the idea was to have like a tournament bracket and put all the songs in it and then listen to each one of them and kind of decide based on like how I felt about the songs, which were going to be better, move it up to the winners and everything like that. The winner overall ended up being Weird Fishes, which I knew because that's been my favorite Radiohead song for a while. And second in place was um, actually kind of surprising to me. It's a song that I had discovered tonight, and I just love it so much that like it just ended up being my probably one my favorite, but it's a little bit different um, from what I'm used to from Radiohead. That's why it didn't end up getting number one. It's just different. It's called A Wolf at the Door. I highly recommend listening to it. It's very cool and awesome. Um, so that's nice. What am I gonna talk about? I don't fucking know. um, maybe nothing. I would pop up in some Minecraft. I get that going, but whatever. I guess I'll come up with a topic. I have been thinking a lot about this channel, and maybe we can let's do that. Uh, oh, sure. We'll name it. We'll name it that. Huh? No. Uh, I love this channel. Sure. Cool. That'll work. Let's talk about how I'm feeling about this channel. I obviously this is a me project. This is for me. This is for me. It's me. And at the current, rate and the amount of effort that I put into it, it's not going to grow at all. I have a whole 2 subscribers and I love those people very much. Um the 2 subscribers I've got, as far as I know, are people I don't know, which is really fucking cool to me. Um So, hi guys, shout out you two. Love you. For real, for real. It's crazy that you may or may not be listening to the words that I'm saying to myself, like I'm speaking to a wall. This is what it is for me. I like speaking my words. So, I just been thinking. Like, I don't necessarily want to put extra effort into this channel. This is a journal for me. That's all it really is. But I want to do my journal in cool ways that I can feel proud about. I can be proud of these things existing. And I've been trying to like think in my head, and I've talked to my YouTuber friend about this because I'm very passionate about this project. As simple as it is. And he said to me, he's like, "Man, this is very similar to something I always wanted to do, or had thought about doing. I don't know if it was his childhood passion or dream, but um, and he's like, yeah, it's pretty cool." And we were talking about the fact that I just straight up turn on my game and record and talk over the game. And it's hard for me to talk while doing something. A prime example being the Minecraft video where I did nothing for 40 minutes. Um, and I'm just thinking, like, what are some good ways that I could fix that issue? And one that I had would be to record the gameplay without talking and then talk over that gameplay and and actually edit down the gameplay just a little bit and not make it like an actual high effort watchable retention video. Um, the goal would be to just have footage in the background and cut out the boring bits. Like, for example, in Minecraft, maybe cut out some like me just wandering around in circles and doing nothing, and instead put in parts of me making progress. When I play solo, I can make a lot more progress. I can think about what I'm doing. Um, I'm not very good at multitasking. So I cut that together and then I do a voiceover over that of what I want to actually talk about. It'd be similar to a Ninlog, but I'll also be talking about the game. And I would do the same maybe for Dark Souls. I don't really have an idea for that yet. I feel like there is a lot of running around in Dark Souls that I wouldn't necessarily need. Maybe I could farm a bit more. I wouldn't have to feel bad about it. But I also like the idea of solo stream content. However, I've also been thinking about streaming again. And I know that I've consistently been saying that I am a retired streamer and I don't really have interest in doing that. But I watched a certain Ludwig video and it is kind of got my gears turning again. Um, so I'll talk about that later on in the future. But for this channel in specific, I uh, I have some ideas. I got a couple video ideas I wanted to work on. Like, aside from the Radiohead thing I was just doing, I did have something else I wanted to work on, so I'm not too upset about losing an hour worth of footage. I am a little upset about losing an hour worth of footage. But I had an idea of like just talking about In Rainbows, 'cause it's my favorite album like that anyone's made aside from Shadow Glow by Flip Turn, which I shared some music from. So I thought about talking about, in Rainbows and talking a bit about what the songs mean to me, why I like it, and what the songs actually mean. Maybe talk about some life shit too. Talk about, how the songs have kind of impacted me getting through work and being sad and all that. I thought that might be an interesting video. And then I also had another video. I wanted to talk in more detail about borderline personality disorder. It's something that I'm passionate about. It's one of the few things I know a lot about. So I wanted to make like some kind of presentation and kind of like just kind of present, make a video talking about it and informing people about it and kind of explaining a bit of my struggle with it and what I learned to be able to cope with it. I feel like it would just be very nice to give that insight to people. So that's just a couple things I thought of that I might end up doing on this channel, and I've been thinking about this channel a lot. It's not often that I think of ideas for these projects. I usually just think of ideas and then they go out of my head immediately, and I don't do anything with them. But I've been writing shit down. I've even been preparing for more Minecraft videos. I've been getting screenshots together of the farms I wanted to build. Like I mentioned that it would be hard for me to find that little iron farm that I was looking for. I found it. I found a couple different designs of it too, but I want to build the OG. I will need soul sand by the way. I didn't think I would, but I do. There's another way I can do it using a golem and a cauldron. I don't like that one. I don't feel like putting enslaving the villagers and forcing them to stay in a bed and be terrified by a zombie forever, that's one thing. But getting a snow golem and forcing it into constantly firing at a zombie and making the zombie get hurt it just feels wrong to me, you know? And I've also been kind of thinking about some other types of content. I might get back into deck building roguelites again. Maybe do a couple videos of that because I really like them. Maybe some more more games like that too. Maybe some Vampire Survivors clones. I really like those. I feel like I could walk around and talk while I play. I just gotta have topics written down for me to talk about because thinking of topics on the spot got kind of hard. I got a lot of things to talk about, but thinking about them when I need to talk about them is a different story. So, I guess at the end of the day, I did want to talk about my thoughts for this channel anyway. So, maybe it's good that I got to upload this instead of the other thing. Because I'm not gonna lie, the other thing was just me listening to music, sometimes talking over the music, coughing a few times. Uh, like none of the videos here are typically good. I just feel like that would have been like it's an hour long video. Nobody would have watched that. So, um, we'll see if I can get it recovered. I'm not very hopeful. Truncated MP4 files are not easy to recover from what I've seen. In fact, I had talked to my friend, and my friend said, "Let's see if I can paste it." I cannot paste it. uh, can I actually? No, I cannot. Thought I could just paste directly into OBS. Wait, I have an idea. Trust me, trust me. Uh, yeah, yeah, no. Uh, so I'm fucked. Essentially, I'm just fucked. So I am. I apologize for the lack of that video that you didn't even know was coming. I didn't know it was coming. I thought about it on the spot. But hello, hi, thank you for being here. I love this channel. Um, uh, stay hopeful for the future, maybe. All right, goodbye.